Okay, so let's talk about BetterHelp, the good, the bad, the ugly, and why I believe, after using the service for 1 month, why I believe it's the best online pure therapy service provider. So let me just qualify this real quick because BetterHelp is not the best at everything, but it's the best pure online therapy service provider. It does not take insurance. That's what I mean by pure. Does not give prescriptions as well. So don't get me wrong, BetterHelp is not the best. But if you're looking just for online therapy that's affordable, that's high quality, that offers tremendous value, that is accessible, BetterHelp, from my experience reviewing dozens and dozens of therapy platforms and having actually tried BetterHelp, is the best. Now, in this review, I'm going to back up those claims and dive into both the good and the bad of BetterHelp. So, I first wanted to share with you my experience using BetterHelp from start to finish. I signed up online, I paid for 1 month, it goes monthly. That's it. You just get one choice. BetterHelp does not offer subscriptions, pricing tiers, or yearly memberships. It's just 1 month at a time. They keep things simple. I think that is good. Number two, they give financial aid. So originally the cost for me was going to be around 260 after I applied for financial aid, even though I didn't think I would get it. I did get it and I was honest. And my pricing went down to, off the top of my head, oh, I think it was 223. I'll confirm that for you later. So 223 $223 for 4 weeks of therapy with licensed therapists. Now, that is one of the big selling points of BetterHelp, that they have over 33,000 licensed therapists. Huge selling point. That's major. That's one of their best things, is that you can quickly connect to licensed therapists. Now, what I did was I switched my therapist every week just to try them out. And this is another really great thing about BetterHelp, is that because they have so many therapists, you can find one that specializes in what you're looking for. Christian, couples, depression, anxiety, you name it, they got a therapist who's licensed, who has years of experience, and who is focusing on that. So that's, in a nutshell, the major selling point of BetterHelp. But that alone doesn't quite separate it. In my opinion, what really, really separates BetterHelp is the extra features that they give, namely their classes and their group therapy sessions, which you can use once per week. It's really their group therapy sessions and classes, which helps me back up the claim that BetterHelp is the best pure online therapy, because you can do one group therapy session a week in one class. So that's up to 3 therapy sessions with licensed providers per week for $260 to 360. It's $60 to $90. That's the range per week. That's insane. That comes down to, if you're really harnessing all the value that they're offering, it comes out to $20 a session with a licensed therapist for 30 to 45 minutes. That's pretty freaking good. All right, now let's get into the downsides of BetterHelp. So I already covered a couple of them. One, if you need medication, BetterHelp is not the place for you. They don't offer medication. Two, if insurance is something that you need in order to pay for online therapy, BetterHelp doesn't take insurance. They are affordable, but they're not free. Now, some other downsides that I want to mention that I experienced personally and that people online have complained about. And I'll get into their privacy issues in a little bit. But first, I want to talk about my actual experience. Therapists were late 3 out of 4 times. Not too late, 4 minutes late, 5 minutes late, but other therapy service providers that I have had, they were on time. This is one of the complaints of BetterHelp, and it's true. In my experience, it was they were late. Another thing that I found to be very frustrating, and I want to warn you about, is that for the first therapy service provider, I had connected with him, and then we're about 10 minutes into the conversation, and he says, my apologies, I'm in New York. I'm not licensed to treat someone in California. I'm like, hello, I had signed up. I gave all my information. BetterHelp, why'd you let me match with a person who can't treat me, who's in New York and not licensed to treat? Now, the other times I switched therapists, I made sure to find one in California so it wasn't an issue. But that's something I want to warn you about. That's, an annoyance that should easily be taken care of. I'm not sure why it's not. So that is the pros of and cons of BetterHelp. You get a lot of value. You get your classes, your groups. Oh, let me talk about those classes and groups. They're high quality. They're very high quality. The one critique I have, and this is not more so of a critique, it's just it'd be really nice if the groups were continuous. So each class and each group is separate. So normally when you're in group therapy, a lot of the power and effectiveness comes from getting to know the members and opening up over time and getting to know people. BetterHelp, it's one-off sessions. So, of course, you stay with the same therapist. That's not what I'm talking about. But for the group and classes, you meet totally different people each time. Now, I did a men's support group and I did a burnout class. They were both excellent. I loved them. They were great, etc. But I will probably never, ever talk to those people again. So, that is a little downside of their extra value. But on the whole of things, you're still looking at excellent online therapy services, affordable prices, a simplified pricing structure. You're looking at group and classes that are just excellent. So if you're looking to dive into your mental health, damn, that's pretty freaking hard to beat. Downsides: therapists are late. There are some matching problems. If you got to be careful to pick one in your state, and you also don't have prescription and you don't have insurance. So these are the downsides. And let's talk about the privacy issues, because if you go online and you look at BetterHelp, you're going to see privacy issues. They were sued for, I think, $7+ million by the FTC for selling information to third parties. Now, while BetterHelp was not required to have any admission of guilt, and they have still not said they sold, essentially, we know they sold. Their privacy policies, however, have been updated, and I'll share with you some stuff from their website.
They say that some data processing and sharing is required for our product to function and cannot be disabled. If you click agree, we may also share PII with third party advertising partners to deliver more relevant ads and analytics partners to improve our services. So, what we can do is go to sharing settings and you can look at um, what you're consenting to. This is always active, but you can consent out of analytics and advertising. They also have a bit more information on how your data is shared as well. Essentially, you can opt out in sharing some data, but you cannot opt out of sharing all your data.
Where you can see that you can opt out of them giving your personal identifiable information to third parties. Essentially, what BetterHelp has done after the lawsuit is giving you more options to opt out and basically saying that they're going to take some of your information. So, listen, if privacy is a big concern of yours, quite frankly, online therapy is probably not the route for you. This is an issue that divides people. It's something that there are both sides of the fence about, and that is something that should be considered when you're considering BetterHelp about their privacy and potential misuses of that. So, for me personally, it does not bother me, but I'm of a younger generation that grew up with the internet. So, hey, to each their own. So, that is my review of BetterHelp. Now, you can also use the link down below to sign up and get 10% off. Feel free to do that. There's also a comprehensive review down below where I list all the pros and cons, a bunch of other information as part of a comprehensive mental health review. So, leave a comment down below with the next therapy platform or mental health app/service that I should try, buy, and review next. Okay, have a good one. Thanks.